Dear students, thank you for tuning in. This lesson is for English 809, Project Success 3 for Technical and Vocational Secondary Education, Grade 12, First Semester, Unit 3, Lesson 2, Tag Questions or Question Tags. Before we begin, have a piece of paper and a pen. So, core objectives. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to recognize tag questions and use tag questions correctly for various reasons. All right. So, lead in, read the conversation, and answer the questions on the next slide. You have James and Sophie. So, James, what time is it? Oh, hi, Mom. It's a bit early, isn't it? Sophie, oh, yes, I suppose it is. Look, James, I've got to ask you a really huge favor. Slow down, Mom. I'm not awake yet. Sorry, love. It's just that I've got a bit of a problem. I've broken down. Hang on. You're in a desert in the middle of Australia, aren't you? It's not exactly a desert, you know. It's called the Outback. Mom, it's really dangerous to get stuck out there. It's not so bad. The problem is that I can't look for information because there's no mobile coverage here, and I can't get the internet. So, how are you phoning me? Oh, my satellite phone, of course. What's going on, Mom? Mom isn't in trouble, is she? Yes, no, I'm fine. I've got plenty of food and water. Oh, we told you not to drive in the Outback on your own, didn't we? Listen, you two. I'm absolutely fine. I just need a bit of help with a phone call. Okay, Mom. Make sure you keep cool. I'll try. Bye, loves, and thanks. I think she might be getting a bit old for this sort of traveling, don't you? Nah, she'll be okay. She's a lot tougher than you or me. I can't imagine her doing anything else, can you? Sophie is in Australia Outback, and not everything goes to plan. Why is she phoning back home? She broke down, and she's asking for help. As you read the conversation, look at the highlighted examples of question tags. It's, isn't it? You're, aren't you? Mom isn't, is she? We told, didn't we? I think, don't you? I can't, can you? What is a question tag? We add question tags to the end of statements to turn them into questions that are used in spoken language, especially when we want to check something is true or invite people to agree with us. So, how do we form question tags? We add a clause in the form of a question at the end of a sentence. If the main part of the sentence is positive, we usually add a negative question tag. For example, it's a bit early, isn't it? You see, it's and isn't it. If the main part is negative, we usually add a positive question tag. For example, Mom isn't in trouble, is she? Mom isn't is negative, is she is positive. Form and question tags. Okay, that seems easy. Yes, but you need to think about what verb to use in the tag. If there is an auxiliary, a modal verb, or a verb to be in the main clause, we use that in the question tag. For example, you're in a desert in the middle of Australia, aren't you? You're and aren't you. If there is another main verb, we use do in the correct form, as we would with questions and negatives. For example, I think she might be getting a bit old for this sort of traveling, don't you? Think and don't you? Another example, we told you not to drive in the Outback on your own, didn't we? We told, didn't we? Form and question tags. Okay, so the question tag refers to the subject of the main sentence. Yes, very often, but sometimes it doesn't. For example, I can't imagine her doing anything else, can you? I can't and can you? Are there any exceptions? There are a few. We use aren't I when the subject is am, I am. For example, I am next to the queue, aren't I? I am and aren't I? Recapitulate. Complete the sentences with a word from the box. Negative, be, positive, do, auxiliary. You have 1 to 5. If the main part of the sentence is, we add a negative question tag. 2. If the main part of the sentence is, add a positive question tag. If the sentence contains an verb or modal verb, we use that for the question tag. The other exception is the verb. We use that for the question tag if it appears in the main part of the sentence. 5. If the main part of the sentence contains a different verb, we make the question tag using in the correct form. Have a quick 2 minutes. Okay, now let's check the answer. So the first one is positive. Second one is negative. Third, auxiliary. Fourth, be. And last, do. Well done. Practice. Complete each sentence with the correct tag question. You have 1 to 8. You work with John. John took yesterday off. Mike and Thomas didn't attend the training session. The software is difficult to use. She doesn't know how to use the software. I'm in charge of safety. They should call the emergency. The rope won't break. Have a quick 2 minutes. Let's check the answers. So the first one, don't you? Didn't he? Did they? Isn't it? Does she? Aren't I? Shouldn't they? Will it? Well done. Practice. Circle the correct verb to complete the tag. You have 1 to 10. You'll need a ride to the airport. Will or won't you? They didn't send their payment on time. Did or didn't they? Manny shouldn't drive to work today. Should or shouldn't he? I can't take tomorrow off to go to a concert. Can or can't I? Ordering online won't be hard to do. Will or won't it? She doesn't come in until later, does or doesn't she? You and Angela left the meeting early, did or didn't you? We won't arrive in time for the first session, will or won't we? The new manager is from Buenos Aires, is or isn't he? They have to take the training, do or don't they? Have a quick 2 minutes. Okay, now let's check the answers. Want, did, should, can, will, does, didn't, will, isn't, and don't. Well done. Now, write down a few things you think you know about your school and class. Then ask tag questions to confirm the information. For example, the school has 24 classrooms, doesn't it? You have to write 1 to 6, and you have 5 minutes. right. Possible answers. Final exams start at the beginning of January, don't they? Latecomers are not admitted until 8 o'clock, aren't they? Are they? Students can't leave without permission, can they? They built a new gym and a swimming pool, didn't they? We won't be able to use the lab next week, will we? Teachers should call their students by name, shouldn't they? Well done. This is the end of the lesson. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your attention.